So what does this news mean to you?
Oh, I think it's great for our program. You know, for all the reasons Brett said, chance to continue to play with those guys over there and continue to build on what we started. And it's important to have consistency and continuity, especially at that position. And so I'm excited about it. And I'm happy for him too. And I think that he's at peace with his decision, and I think he's ready to get back to work and become the great quarterback that he's capable of becoming.
When your commitment to the school played a big factor in his decision to stay. Obviously, he thinks of you, the world. Talk about that and the commitment that both of you guys have shown to the school.
He's just saying that because I was standing over here. No, I think that both of us feel the same way about UCLA. You know, it's a wonderful place to work, to play, to go to school for Brett. A lot of great people around here, and I think we're building something that is going to be lasting. And I'm just excited that he's chosen to stay a part of it, because I think it enhances our ability to be what we want to be a little bit quicker.
I know you probably helped him with the whole evaluation in the NFL and gave advice and stuff. Was there a point, did you ever think that you were going to lose him, or did you think he was eventually going to come to this decision?
That's a good question. I kind of feel like maybe he felt that I was back and forth a little bit. We had some really great talks. I felt like I had unique qualifications to help him make this decision, but I knew that he wasn't going to make the decision based on what I said, because he's, like he said, he's close to Jonathan, and Jonathan's playing in the league. Obviously his family is so important to him, but just the fact that I have the experience in the NFL and have seen what it's like at that level, what the evaluation process is like at that level, and now having known Brett for 2 years, I had some pretty strong feelings. But I, like everybody else, was kind of on pins and needles waiting to see what he decides for sure. And I was glad to hear him say that right there. I thought he was going to pull one of those little switcheroos, like put the NFL hat up and the UCLA hat and, do one of those deals, but he didn't. I'm wondering about that.
When did he let you know?
Really, for sure, last night. We talked, and I had a real strong feeling. But, I just think that when it's an emotional decision like this, until you hear it come out of a young man's mouth, you never know.
Last season, things like getting out of the pocket, even sliding, were big focuses of his. What do you think he needs to attack going into this next season?
I think he made tremendous progress this year in those areas, avoiding sacks, throwing the ball away, protecting his body. I think that continuing to work on fundamentals, always, at any position, not just his, but fundamentals at his position are so important. I think that, learning concepts, becoming more comfortable reading defenses, understanding protections, understanding how people are trying to attack us defensively. There's a process of elimination that a quarterback needs to go through before the ball snapped to him, just helping him go through that process. And I think it's going to be really great for Brett to play behind an offensive line now that has experience. Two of our best players, our two starting tackles, missed most of the season. So those guys are going to be coming back, and you add that to the mix that we've already got, and then some of the young guys that we redshirted. It's going to be a really good group for him to play behind. So I think that there'll be a comfort level there that will help him process the game quicker. He won't have to worry so much about what's happening in front of him. I think he can keep his eyes down the field and develop in that manner.
Were you a little more worried he might leave after his performance in the Sun Bowl?
Yeah. Well, it just kind of like everybody, his answer, and I didn't want to press him. I think that, like he said, he needed some room to breathe, so I didn't rush up to him after, what are you going to do? I never actually asked him what he was going to do. I don't think I ever asked him what he was going to do. But when he said to you guys after the game that someone asked him, did this game make it harder or easier, and he said it made it harder, and I was like, oh man, I don't know which way this is going to go. But we're excited he's coming back. Excited, to have all our guys back. He mentioned Oa, the new Oa, the no dread Oa. It's going to be great to get Oa back. So it's shaping up to be what we want it to be.
There's always pressure on this team, but now there's really pressure for the expectations that are here. But it's a good pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the alternative, you know. And we don't really pay much attention to outside expectations. It's our own expectations that matter. You know, I think Brett said it best. You know, we want to get to the Rose Bowl. You know, we want to win the Pac-12 South, and we want to win the Pac-12, and then see how far we can take that. But that's our immediate goal. Better have that pressure than the other pressure.
How will this affect recruiting, and will you be able to sell it, I guess, to recruits and stuff that Brett's coming back?
I don't know. That's a good question. You know, it might influence receivers, you know, a little bit more than other positions. Recruiting's a funny animal, you know. It's just, it changes daily, and until February 6th rolls around, who knows what's going to happen anywhere, at any time, at any place. So, but I think it'll certainly help us.
Does it change 2014 recruiting plans? QB recruiting plans?
No, probably not. You know, we've been pretty selective at that position anyway. I don't think you just take guys. So I can't say for sure, but I don't think it'll really change it much.
He's got 2 years left.
So we talk him into it again next year. I don't think the press conference next year is going to be the same press conference we just had. Yeah, I think we want to do all we can as a staff and as a university to support Brett. You know, I think this announcement right here puts him square in the middle of next year's Heisman Trophy race. I'm not afraid to put that out there. I think that this makes him a real viable candidate for the Heisman. And I think that UCLA is going to do an excellent job of marketing that. You know, so much of becoming a Heisman candidate is what you did the previous year, and he did a tremendous job. It's you know, your university deciding that they're going to, you know, make you prominent in the offseason. But the most important cog is that Brett has to play well next year, and we have to play well as a team. And I think this puts him right in the middle of it. And I think it's great for UCLA. You know, I think it's great for our brand. You know, I think it can only help us nationally in many, many ways.
There's been so much uncertainty lately, whether it's been head coaching rumors or Brett's decision. It's nice to finally have peace and know that you guys can move on as a program.
Yeah. I mean, there's been uncertainty out there with coaching. There's never been uncertainty here with coaching. There's been uncertainty with that guy a little bit, and just to kind of put it to bed today, yeah, I think it gives you a sense of calm. I think it motivates you, you know, because it gives you this drive. Okay, hey, the pieces are coming together. You know, let's go after it. It re-energizes you. A lot of times at the end of the season, you're worn out. You know, and you want to shut it down for a while. And I think for me especially, just everything that's transpired and the way recruiting's going and Brett's announcements today, it's just like, okay, when can we start again? You know, let's go. We want to get back on the field right now. I don't know if the players feel that way, but that's how I feel.
You said before that you're still kind of getting used to the whole college coaching thing in terms of players leaving, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What's this process been like, especially with Brett? Seems like he's a little different, maybe, of a decision than any other guy that you've had so far.
Yeah, you know, he had a decision to make. You know, a lot of guys, you know, when their career is over, it's over because of their eligibility being up. So this was a little bit different. What I respect about Brett and his decision is it was well thought out. You know, and I think he showed the type of man he is by making this decision. You know, he talked about his draft grade coming back anywhere from a, you know, second, third, fourth maybe, when it probably got right down to it. And he got in front of people and demonstrated, you know, his intelligence and his passion for the game, and went to the combine and his skill set. He'd have been drafted in the, you know, potentially in the first round, but that doesn't guarantee success. And I think Brett thought long and hard about, you know, not just his immediate future, but his long-term future. And getting another 1,000 snaps in college is only going to make him more attractive to the NFL. And so I just respect the way he went about this decision. He obviously cares about his team, you know. He cares enough about this university to kind of put his dreams on hold and come back and help us get where we want to be.
Thanks, guys.